What you're about to see was filmed by a night officer at a supermarket. He told us that one early morning he kept hearing what sounded like a shopping cart rolling down an aisle. Curious and a bit on edge, he started recording a truly unsettling moment.
Carrito me estaba molestando harto rato y de verdad que no sé si es verdad lo que me dicen de acá. No sé qué onda. Vamos a hacérnoslo. Hay algo así que me molesta. Conchetumare.
The cart began moving on its own, as if someone you couldn't see was pushing it. But there was no one nearby, so nothing could have set it in motion. According to some employees, this presence only shows up in the dead of night, when the aisles are completely empty, so it is unclear if perhaps the store is haunted. Or something else is going on in there. This video was uploaded by Days of Horror, who believe they've captured a shadow figure at the haunted 30 East Drive house. 30 East Drive is a property in Pontefract, West Yorkshire, England, that has gained notoriety as one of the most haunted houses in the country. I'm sure many of you have seen the following video.
And you see some shadows. That is me putting my phone in my other arm. Right.
The house is often referred to as the Black Monk House due to its association with alleged paranormal activity involving a sinister monk-like figure.
Oh, I just did something wrong, so I'll just go up my stairs. There's the horrible mirror. What the was that?
The house was built in the 1950s and has been the site of various paranormal occurrences for decades. The most famous of these events occurred in the late 1960s.
Have I to really cope there? Ah! What?
The reported paranormal phenomena in the house included objects moving on their own, unexplained noises, water pools appearing on the floor, and even physical attacks on family members.
God. Okay. I'm up to top of the stairs.
These events were often attributed to a malevolent spirit or entity known as the Black Monk.
This is the living room. Now we do have a GoPro already recording in the corner, and it's trying to hopefully pick up the cat ball flashing. If you can get this cat ball, this little toy here, to start flashing, we'd appreciate it. Or likewise can get this, again, this green light to start flashing. We'd appreciate that if you can catch it on camera.
Take a look at the back window as the investigator makes his way through the house. Notice the dark figure that can be seen in the bottom left corner. What could explain this strange disappearing shape? Is this possibly just a curious onlooker peeking into the home? Or is this the Black Monk making himself known to the man? Yup, yet another really weird CCTV encounter that left people baffled on Reddit. The following video was forwarded by John, and it is said that it was initially captured by a family. It was when they were routinely checking the recording one night. They saw an odd object popping up on screen and weren't sure what exactly was happening. People point out that it looks like a human-sized apparition, which pops up only a couple of seconds once a car is driving by, which led many to speculate that it might have been an incident that was related to some of the car's passengers. Who knows, maybe that was the case. Or was it simply a glitch caused by the camera lens? A very mysterious encounter, whatever the answer. The next was sent by Taylor, and she states that it was obtained in the paranormal section once again. It was captured by a young man who was looking for some answers. He states, "First time poster. My grandma was sending me pictures of her house decorated for Christmas, and I found this figure in one of her photos. She said there was no one else in the house, and I can't figure out what else could cause that shadow. Any ideas?" Clearly we have a shadow person standing in the living room, pretty close to his grandma. Or do you think otherwise? If nobody else was with her in the room, what are we looking at here? Maybe there's an easy explanation for that one. But if not, it might be paranormal capture. This video stems from Diane, the canning Nana, and she shared it with the internet because apparently she caught something really terrifying one night. In general, she posts videos about cooking and traveling. She starts explaining in her description. So, totally unrelated to any content I have ever done. We found this today on our living room camera at 2 AM in the morning. Very clearly a woman. Even Noah, our cat, saw her. You can see his eyes near the end of the video. I'm sensitive to feeling spirits of family members. I've been saying for months I feel a spirit here I do not recognize. You tell me what you all think. To us it looks like an older woman with long hair. Whatever is roaming through the living room seems to be a pretty small statue. Do you see the shape of a lady? Whatever it might be, if it's not a member of the family, it must have been a terrifying discovery. Now we are following Hassan Barbar on a new adventure of his. He's an urban explorer and paranormal ghost hunter who likes to seek out jinns and other spirits. Tonight he will explore another abandoned building where nobody, besides a couple of animals, seem to set foot in anymore. After he scouts out the perimeter, he captures the first odd occurrence without even noticing.
في صوت.
No idea what that is. Nothing significant is happening for quite some time, and Hassan is exploring this area a bit further.
طبعا يا اخوان الوضع ما بطمن خاصة مع الكلب. في شو؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ايه والله العظيم في اشي يا اخوان. بسم الله. والله العظيم في اشي كان. في حدا هون؟
It appears that the same figure is back, looking at them and disappearing to the right. Is it a djinn? And just a few moments later, when the figure cannot be seen anymore, a face is peeking out of the hole right behind Hassan. And then his investigation ended. Truly spooky. The following video is another one that I would categorize under the extremely weird encounter section. It was captured by two urban explorers who were investigating an abandoned building in which some mysterious happenings have been going on over the past years. What exactly is unknown, however. The investigation is cut relatively short though, when, based on their reports, they came across a scary looking person standing in an empty room and staring at them. They made it back to their car and got out of there as fast as they could. And then the following was captured. A scary video indeed. A violent stranger must have followed the two men back to their car and then was seemingly throwing a very heavy object at them as they make their escape. The question is, what was this person doing there? Was it maybe a homeless person that felt disturbed? This is one of the theories that most people have. Apparently the two men never returned to this location, and who can blame them really? Pretty dangerous encounter. I'm glad nobody got hurt. Now we want to take a look at Lainey and Ben, who have been plagued with paranormal events in their home, and have taken to the internet to share these sightings, trying to find answers to the strange phenomena they are experiencing. In this latest clip, they believe they may have captured a shadow person while watching a horror movie. Shadow figures, often referred to as shadow people, are mysterious and elusive paranormal phenomena that have been reported by people around the world.
Here watching, what's this then?
The Possession of Hannah Grace.
Okay, The Possession of Hannah Grace. And we keep thinking, well, I thought on 2 occasions I'd seen something. You did too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm
Over
fairly
here.
certain I've seen something.
So we're gonna prop this up on our trusty salt mill. Right, shall we?
Take a look at the strange shadow captured on film. Do you agree that this may be a shadow person stalking them? Or what else could this be? The following videos were documented by user 17275C. The young man uploads a lot of video logs and talks about all kinds of stuff that revolve around his daily life. At one point, he tells his viewers about a haunted ring that he had acquired on a yard sale, and ever since, some really weird events started to unfold in his house.
Bought a haunted ring about 3 weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure it's real because I had to block off the closet door because in the last week, the doorknob has decided to shake on its own. And so far I've chalked it up to just my imagination when I'm about to go to sleep in my room. But now there's actually like some incoherent voice whispering to me at night, so now I can't sleep without this light on. So
It all sounds very strange indeed, and the following day he was finally able to capture some of that activity on camera.
I heard some noise down here, not the washing machine, but some like weird thumping, and this thing was rocking back and forth when I came down.
Of course, it is hard to say if something paranormal had moved the rocking chair on the ground floor here. A few days after, it all might have become a little bit clearer when the young man talks about him feeling ill and that he is now sleeping in his car due to night terrors and strange activity unfolding at night.
I'm going to go and my car for tonight. I'm not feeling good. I'm actually starting to get ill, and I've been hearing sets of 3, 4 thumps or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm everywhere today with my vocabulary, but I'm just gonna sleep in my car and see. But nothing, get a few hours of shut-eye in there, and I'm just not feeling good anymore, and I'm also hearing voices now, so it's not like they're in my head, they sound like they're in another room, so...
A shadow person is standing in the room right behind him. If it is connected to the supposedly haunted ring he had bought, or if it's something else, is not further known. Ever since this thing was spotted behind him, he spent most of the nights in his car. At least, that is what he stated. Russian investigator Doug Mystic is traveling to an old abandoned village tonight to conduct a paranormal investigation in one of the old derelict buildings. He's giving a quick tour through the house first, which still has tons of items scattered around from the former owners. It feels as if they might have left in a hurry. He places his cameras in different rooms to hopefully capture some activity today, and after contacting the spirit world and asking a couple of questions, he states that he feels a little bit strange.
Здесь может выйти кто-нибудь со мной из мира духов.
He doesn't receive answers at first, but after talking for a while, one of the cameras seems to capture something quite unusual in the back of the house. Only for a split second, it seems like a shadow is visible, possibly leaning through the wall and looking at the man. He states that a family lived in here a long time ago. Could it be that this is one of the spirits?
Вы жители этого дома?
Now we are taking a look at a video from J. Kelly. She states, everyone was in bed. Watch in the dark section. Looks like a man walking into the kitchen area. Then a strange orb follows him. House alarm was on, so no one else could have been in the house. Police even came the next day to clear it. Let's take a look. grayish figure walking by, no questions. Who or what was this person? Now, could this maybe be somebody, that is living in this house? I don't think it was an intruder necessarily, since they would have had to break into this house, and how did they find out about that? Did they get an motion alert, perhaps? The following is another CCTV recording, which was captured on a ship which was sailing off the coast of Somalia this past September. Security saw some strange balls of light at first, but didn't think anything of it. Nobody was moving in the lower area of the ship at the time for security reasons, as they were making it over the border. The area was pitch black at the time. But then something really unusual unfolded. We see a person manifesting, but how's that possible? It looks like a dark cloud is forming, and then the person appears. Many of the crew were sure that a mysterious event was transpiring here. Of course, they didn't see anybody leaving the area at the time on any of the other cameras. So, do we have to assume that a ghost was visiting that night? A man shared a strange moment he caught while watching a response video recorded by a police officer.
Could be very well not engaged in any kind of disturbance whatsoever.
In the clip, someone appears to be walking behind the officer, nothing unusual at first. But then, out of nowhere, the person just vanishes. People quickly pointed out that the individual never actually walked past the officer. The whole thing left people confused and unsettled. A trick of the light? A glitch? Or something weirder? This video was reportedly captured by a sheriff who was called out to investigate a specific spot in the woods. Locals had been complaining about hearing a man screaming for hours on end, and no one could figure out where the sound was coming from. As the officer moves closer to where the voice seems to be coming from, his camera catches something eerie. A pale figure is seen sitting quietly in the distance, just watching him. The moment it stands up, the sheriff doesn't waste a second. He turns and gets out of there. To this day, it's unclear what exactly was caught on tape. Was it a person? Something else? Whatever it was, the encounter left more questions than answers. Now we want to take another look at TikTok user Face the Light, who documented the haunting at her former family home that involved a shadow man that had terrorized her for a good while. Now it seems that she has moved and things have gotten a bit more quiet, until the day where she started this particular TikTok again.
Maybe when I'm done with it, I can send you this.
On another TikTok, she continues a room tour, on which she talks about the amazing items that she could gather for her new place. Now let's see.
I just wanted to show you my room. This is the bedding I got. This is the duvet that I grabbed from the house. There's all my books that I could not fit on that shelf. I saw in the last video, some really weird stuff has been happening around here. Like I keep hearing like random noises. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, it's kind of freaky. But anyways, on a lighter note...
And here the apartment tour continues, and she is aware that these events seem to transpire more and more.
I put the nice towel that you sent me. Thank you.
Who knows? Maybe the thing that was haunting her has moved to the new place with her. And it takes all a pretty dark turn when indeed what other viewers describe as the Shadow Man is making a return and freaks the living bejeebies out of her. Pretty much looks like the same figure, doesn't it? The shadow man just stands in front of the window for a while, peeking in and staring at her. Then it appears that he makes it into the house for some reason, and this is where Face the Light takes the last couple of recordings of this terrifying being. Isn't that terrifying? The following has been captured by a superintendent after a fire broke out in an old apartment complex. They were checking the lower floors for any residents that hadn't made it out of the building yet, but it turned out that everybody was outside on the streets at this point. This snapshot, however, says otherwise. The silhouette of a man in black appears in the background. The face looks transparent and really strange. Many believe this to be a being of paranormal nature, since nobody was in the hallway at the time, other than the two men. How do we explain this? Creepy for sure. The following clip has been shared by Erwan Bomank, and this was apparently captured on a construction site of some sorts, and they caught something quite interesting in the distance, it reads. Let's take a look. Oh, what? Let's watch that again, guys. See? We don't see anybody there at the time. Also, it reads that there should not have been any bystanders, so the uploader speculated that this could be Kuntilanak, perhaps. Do you agree with that? Now we want to check out a video that was uploaded by Rebecca Schütz, and she states it's a security video provided by the West Street Chapel. In the video, a night janitor looks at the door around 5 AM, and a few seconds later, what appears to be a little girl in a white dress runs towards the door, then quickly out of frame. Later, when cleaners were shown the video, they were terrified. No little girls had been in the building that morning, and no one had an explanation for who the figure was, except, well, something otherworldly. Let's take a look. Okay, that seems to be the security guard. Whoa. This? That looks eerily similar to a real person, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know if we can see a shadow here, but to me, I don't think we can see a shadow from that girl. This is really creepy. I mean, this could certainly be a ghost girl. I would not be opposed of that idea that this is something otherworldly for sure. And it's really creepy. What could the spirit be doing in there? The following was captured by the security camera of a laundromat store. The owner uploaded the video as proof, because many people swore that the building was extremely haunted. Creepy sightings were nothing rare, apparently. However, the owner could never capture evidence on his camera until this night. After closing the store up for the night, the man left and the security camera kept rolling. The footage got randomly pulled one day, and they saw something on it that looked quite creepy. it looks like a woman with dark hair that is standing next to the laundry machine in the right top corner of the room. How terrifying. What's even more creepy, however, is how she mysteriously seems to appear in the room, and then only moments after disappears again. Of course, there are reflections from the street outside that can be seen in this store, but many are certain that this is not what we are seeing here. So, is this a spirit haunting the man's store? The following clips were shared by user BV1150, who states that he as well is experiencing some really terrifying events unfolding in his own four walls. Ever since moving into his new place, he was visited by strange shadow sightings and was woken up in the midst of night by loud banging noises and furniture that was being pushed around. His friends never believed him, however, and they were certain that he was just joking around. In the following video, he had a friend over, and indeed, there seemed to be some unusual loud noises that were stemming from his closet, or from right above his closet, which was weird because nobody else should have been there.
Get up. Get up. Get up. You're here. Listen. Fucking touch that door. Oh, f off the bitch. That Ouija board.
Nothing at first glance, but after BV decides to take a look around and opens the door to one of the rooms, there seemed to be something else with them. A really odd-looking shadow can be seen standing at the end of the room, and then it charges at them as if it wanted to hurt them. BV states that they could not sleep at his place that night, and that he has nightmares ever since. If it wasn't just a skit by the young man, has maybe something demonic entered? Something that is now playing tricks on him? Who can say? Nikki and Kim have sent me the following recording that was shared on their paranormal exploration channel NK Hauntings. Both of them are located in Ireland and very interested in the paranormal. This night they made it to an abandoned house, which is situated in the waterside area of Derry. The house is known locally to be the highest in the area. They also were accompanied by Kim's cousin Kevin that night. And after the sun went down, they started their investigation in this very derelict building.
How many spirits are here, if any?
If you don't want to communicate with the spirit box, we have another device here that you can touch and make it light up.
I'm gonna stand here, and then I'll turn this down again, so it's very bright.
Are we okay standing here? Was there a fire?
Now take a look at the doorway in the back. Nikki keeps panning back to it in a few, and might have caught something strange without realizing it at the time. But something clearly must have been off, which made her pan towards there.
Make a bang.
Sound? Did that say sound? Right, don't touch me, I was only joking.
Make a bang. Or use your energy in this device here. Is that a child?
I don't know.
Is this a kid's room?
Out.
Out. That was a child's voice saying out.
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 They state that a few seconds later they were exiting the room and didn't think they caught anything in there. However, this shadow silhouette was throwing them off a bit after rewatching the footage. Is it just a shadow which is caused by the perspective and angle of the camera, or was something with them that night? Angie has shared the following recording. She states that her uncle is currently working at the infamous Cecil Hotel. As many of you know, many tragic events have unfolded in there. Her uncle found the following quite unusual. Nobody else but him was walking on that floor at that time. And it was closed due to the renovation work. People speculated that it might have been poltergeist activity that was moving the doors here. Maybe a former resident that didn't appreciate the renovation work. If it wasn't staged, what else could this have been? The next recordings were shared by Maximum Disclosure. The man states that a lot of paranormal events have been unfolding in their house. In particular, there seemed to be a lot of nightly activity. They could hear somebody walking up the staircase at night. The stomps were so loud at times that they decided to install a security camera on the second floor to see what was going on there. Something strange is going on in this video. It's as if a shadow is visible at the bottom of the stairs. Really mysterious, right? On another recording, it appears that an object is being moved at the bottom of the stairs. It was in the middle of the night and nobody was awake at the time. The family believes that it was the doing of an unseen entity. Could this be so? It is pretty odd though, whatever it was.